Good health to you, fellow Ukrainians. Today I held several fundamentally important meetings. The meeting on the energy sector was attended by everyone who is responsible for the stability of our energy system. It was a long meeting, 3 hours. Energy companies, Naftogaz, Energoatom, Ukrenergo, Ukrhydrenergo, and others. The government, the office, the head of the relevant committee of the Verkhovna Rada, military, intelligence. This winter is over. It was very difficult, and every Ukrainian without exaggeration felt this difficulty. But we still managed to provide Ukraine with energy and heat. Yes, the threat to the energy system remains. But the work for the sake of the energy system also continues. At the energy meeting, we have set the current tasks to ensure that this heating season is completed properly. And we have already started preparing for the next season. Each of the meeting participants has received their part of the work in this regard. We see risks, we will find a response. Today, I also held a long, detailed conference call with all those who are in charge of various areas of state defense. The military, the security service, the main intelligence directorate, foreign intelligence, the Ministry of Internal Affairs, other government officials, the office. We keep each frontline direction under control. Khortytsia, Tavria, Odessa, North, there were reports on the situation over the past day. In addition to the frontline directions, we are also paying attention to the frontline areas. Those cities and districts that are subjected to Russian shelling every day and night. To a deliberate terror. Nikopol and other communities of the Dnipropetrovsk region, Zaporizhia, Kherson and the region, the frontline part of Donbass, Kharkiv and the region, Sumy and Chernihiv regions. Now, in most of the territory of our country, where we have managed to provide relative security, you may not feel what life is like for those of our people who live in the border areas with Russia, who live in the south of our country, where there are shelling occasions, where people are not at the front, but still directly at war, where Russia is constantly trying to destroy everything that people have, constantly, and this is no exaggeration. When we are preparing the actions of our military, all our defense and security forces, we also mean that such actions will gradually return security to those who are now in the frontline zone. Every movement of our flag forward will mean the safety of our people, in the territories that will be liberated from the invader, in those territories, that will become a deeper rear, and in those border areas where the defeat of the invader will finally bring peace. I am grateful to everyone who is ready to help our country in further active actions. I thank each one and every one of our defense and security forces who are already preparing. And I thank those who, despite all the threats, despite all the dangers, are doing everything possible to ensure that normal life is maintained in the frontline areas of Ukraine, in cities and communities that are subjected to Russian attacks. These are the State Emergency Service of Ukraine, police forces, our social and administrative services, local authorities, conscientious businesses, and of course, volunteers who help people and the state. Special thanks to our border guards and all other warriors who are holding back the enemy. And particular gratitude to our warriors who are destroying the enemy's firing points, destroying the enemy's logistics and accurately leading Russia to defeat. To inevitable defeat. Glory to all those who are now fighting for Ukraine. Eternal memory and honor to each one and every one who gave their lives for the independence of our country. Glory to Ukraine.